famed architectural marvel, monument to a warrior queen, a temple of a mother goddess in a South Indian city over 2,000 years old. It's a festive time. An extraordinary spectacle of celebration unfolds. A million arrive to witness the grand coronation and celestial wedding of their patron deity. This is the story of Meenakshi Amman and the marvel of Madurai. Madurai, on the banks of the Vaigai River, is Tamil Nadu's second largest city and possibly the oldest. It was once the capital of the Pandyan kingdom. At the height of their glory in the 13th century, the Pandyan Empire stretched to Sri Lanka. Historical sources refer to Pandyan seaports and trade with the Western world, the Middle East and Asia. They exported fine pearls and silk. Modern Madurai is known for its fine cotton saris, the Madurai Sundari, and jasmine flowers. But above all else, Madurai is the land of Meenakshi, the one with fish-shaped eyes. Queen, patron deity, mother. It is the legend of their beloved goddess that the city celebrates in the first 12 days of the Chithirai festival, held in Chithirai, the first month of the Tamil calendar. The festival builds up to Thirukalyanam, the divine wedding of Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar, as Shiva is known here. There can be only one venue for this grand event, the Meenakshi Amman Temple. This wonder of art and architecture is in the middle of the old city, with streets arranged around it in concentric squares. Spread over 14 acres, it is one of the largest in South India. The site is ancient, but the temple's early history is hazy. The many grand structures within its walls are of varying antiquity. Parts of the Sundareshwarar and Meenakshi shrines are said to be the oldest. They were built by the Pandyan king, Kulashekara, over 800 years ago. But in the 14th century, political turmoil took its toll on the temple. Much of it was destroyed by the armies of Alauddin Khilji, Sultan of Delhi. Over the centuries, there was reconstruction and expansion by kings and rich patrons. But much of the present-day glory is attributed to the kings of the Nayak dynasty from the 16th century. The Meenakshi Amman Temple is one of the finest examples of Dravidian architecture. The towering outer gopurams are Madurai's distinctive landmarks. These pyramid-shaped gateways are embellished with thousands of sculpted mythological characters and fantastical creatures.
The lower part of the temple, we don't find any difference between the northern and the southern, but the superstructure gives a clear-cut emphasis. In Dravida type, it can be either square, rectangle, or even circular at times, and in northern, a cylindrical form voluting towards the top layer. So this is the major difference between a northern and the southern one. Northern would be the Nagara and the southern would be the Dravida.
There are 14 gopurams in all. varying in ornamentation, age, and height. The four outer ones are the highest, aligning perfectly to the four cardinal directions and marking the main entrances. The south gopuram is the tallest at 170 feet. The temple complex is a series of quadrangular walled enclosures and is divided into two distinct sections. The Sundareshwarar shrine occupies the central section. The Meenakshi shrine is in the southwest. Both open east to the rising sun and have their own gopurams and gold-plated vimans. The temple complex has a sacred pond, richly decorated mandapams or halls, thousands of carved pillars, corridors with painted ceilings, and a staggering 33,000 intricate sculptures. The mandapams are spectacular, with pillars carved out of a single piece of rock, mostly granite or charnokite. In places, the Pandya fish insignia appears. The famed 1,000-pillar mandapam is a feat of artistic genius and geometric precision. It has, in fact, 985 pillars, perfectly aligned in straight rows. The construction engineering also takes into account acoustics or the play of sound. Lord Shiva as Nataraja dominates the enormous space. Corridors connect different parts of the temple. Brightly painted ceilings are a key feature, like the Shiva Lingam with a holographic effect. Opposite the Meenakshi shrine to the southeast is the temple's main water body. Close by is the Sri Yantra, symbolizing feminine energy and prosperity. The gold-plated Dhwaja Stamba, the temple's principal flagpole, is where the priests fly the flag to mark the beginning of the Chithirai festival. Its 32 sections represent vertebrae of the human spine. The 56-feet Stambha was reinstalled in 2013. Some say the original temple on the site was of Shiva, built around a Swayambhu or a self-manifested Shiva Lingam. But for centuries, the presiding deity of the Grand Temple has been Meenakshi. Near the east gate is the Ashta Shakti Mandapam, a grand hall dedicated to the 8 forms of Shakti, the feminine embodiment of cosmic energy. On the ceiling of the Ashta Shakti Mandapam, one finds a depiction of Meenakshi's birth story that begins at the crossroads of history and mythology.
At the birth of Meenakshi, she is not really called as Meenakshi. She has other name. Her name is Tadatagai. So on this birth, here it is clearly mentioned. It is the birth of Tadatagai, not Meenakshi. So when she is Tadatagai, she has triple breast.
According to legend, a childless Pandyan king and his wife adopted the 3-breasted Meenakshi when she emerged from the holy fire or yagna. Raised as a warrior, Meenakshi, queen of Madurai, was invincible in battle until she traveled north to Mount Kailash and met Shiva. Here, the divine prophecy at the time of her birth came true. Her 3rd breast disappeared. This meant she had met her husband-to-be, and that Meenakshi was an incarnation of Parvati. And so Meenakshi returned to Madurai with Sundareshwarar Shiva to be united with him in marriage. While Thirukalyanam is about goddess Meenakshi and Lord Sundareshwarar, the ceremony of Kanyadan or giving away the bride to the groom is performed by Lord Vishnu. He is known as Alaghar here and considered Meenakshi's brother. This rare sculpture in the temple shows Vishnu and Sundareshwarar brought together by Meenakshi, bride and sister.
Right behind us we find the statue of Meenakshi Kalyanam. Lord Mahavishnu is giving away his sister Meenakshi in marriage to Lord Sundareshwarar. The brother is giving away the sister by doing Kanyadan. Meenakshi, which you see in the center, she is the modest bride today. So it's a bit shy and she's looking down. And to the left is the statue of Sundareshwara. He's looking straight ahead.
Vishnu's appearance is significant. It brings together two of Hinduism's largest and once rival sects, Vaishnav or Vishnu worshippers and Shaiv, who worship Shiva. In the 17th century, King Thirumalai Nayak went further. He moved the Thirukalyanam festivities forward to the month of Chithirai in April and May. By design, this coincided with the local Vaishnavite celebrations of Kalalagar. King Nayak also made the Vaigai riverfront in Madurai the destination of the annual Kalalagar procession. And so, devotees of both Vishnu and Shiva now converge in Madurai during the one grand, multi-phased, month-long festival known simply as the Chithirai Festival. The rituals of the festival are performed with Utsav Murtis, or festival idols, crafted for ceremonial occasions using an alloy of 5 metals. The original idol of goddess Meenakshi never leaves the innermost sanctum. Made of an emerald-hued stone that's darkened with age, the statue stands over 5 feet tall. The goddess has a lotus in one hand, and a parrot sits on her right shoulder. The idol wears a gold crown and a diamond nose ring, besides other precious jewelry. The inner sanctum is lit only by oil lamps. No cameras are allowed in. Meenakshi Amman holds a special place in the hearts and minds of Madurai residents and devotees. For Rangaswamy Shiva, artist and dance teacher, Meenakshi the mother provides inspiration. The goddess and her life are also the subjects of his artworks.
Beginning of 90s, நான் இங்கே மதுரையில் வந்து ஸ்ட்ரீட் சில்ட்ரனோட ஒர்க் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருந்தேன். அப்போது எங்கள் சென்டர் வந்து கோயில் பக்கத்தில் இருந்துச்சு. மதுரைக்காரனுக்கு எப்பயுமே மீனாட்சி வந்து ஒரு முக்கியமான கடவுள். மீனாட்சி வந்து எங்களுக்கு அம்மா மாதிரி. அதனால் மீனாட்சி சம்மந்தமாக நான் நிறைய செய்திகளை சேகரிக்க ஆரம்பித்தேன். இதெல்லாம் வச்சுட்டு ஐ கிரியேட் மை ஓன் ஸ்டோரி அண்ட் மை ஓன் சீரீஸ் ஆஃப் பெயிண்டிங்ஸ். இன்றைக்கி பண்ண பெயிண்டிங் வந்து அதில் மீனாட்சி ஃபிகராகவே வந்திருக்கிறான். பெரும்பாலும் என்னோடய பெயிண்டிங்கில் மீனாட்சி ஃபிஷ்ஷாக தான் வந்துகிட்டே இருந்தாள். இன்றைக்கி ஒரு ஃபிகர் வந்துருக்கு. அந்த மீனாட்சின்னு சொல்கிறதுக்கு அவங்க என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க, கண் வந்து மீன் மாதிரி இருக்கும், அதனால மீனாட்சி. நான் என்ன நினைக்கிறேன், அவளே மீன் தான், அங்கேருந்து தான் அவள் வந்திருக்கிறா அப்படின்னு. ஸோ அந்த ஃபிகர் வந்திருக்கு. சிவலிங்கம் இருக்குது, மீனாட்சி இருக்கிறா, கீழே அந்த தேர்ட் பிரஸ்ட் இருக்குது, கீழே இருக்குது. எனக்கு என்ன தோணுச்சுன்னா, அது வந்து அந்த தேர்ட் பிரஸ்ட் வந்து அவளோட வீரம்.
Rangaswamy's dance class is preparing for the Chithirai festivities.
ஸோ ஆர்டிஸ்டாகவும் ஒரு ஃபோக் டான்ஸராகவும் இருக்கிறதுனால முதல்ல ஃபோக் டான்ஸ் தான் ஒரு சீரீஸ் பண்ணேன். நிறையா நான் அந்த பறை அடிக்கிறது, ஒயிலாட்டம், இப்படி எல்லாமே ஒரு சீரீஸ் பண்ணேன்.
There are only a few days to the start of the festival. Over the first 13 days of the Chithirai festival, Madurai celebrates Meenakshi's legend, her wedding to Lord Sundareshwarar and Lord Vishnu's journey to the Vaigai river. The 8th day of the festival, Pattabhishekam, celebrates Meenakshi's coronation as the Queen of Madurai. The 9th day is Digvijayam, celebrating the warrior queen's valor and conquest. The 10th day marks Thirukalyanam, the grand wedding ceremony of Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar. The 11th day is Rathotsavam, the chariot festival, the first public appearance of Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar after their wedding in a royal chariot. Between the 10th and the 13th day, Lord Vishnu's procession journeys from Alagar Kobil and arrives at the Vaigai river in Madurai. Apart from the annual festive ceremonies, there are everyday rituals that are central to the temple. It's 9:30 p.m. Crowds have gathered. Every night before the temple gates close, an elaborate ritual takes place. Baliyari. It signifies the nightly union of Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar. Musicians lead the procession. The feet of Sundareshwarar are carried into Meenakshi's bedchamber. Only when they are taken away in the morning does the temple open for worship.
When it enters in front of the Meenakshi shrine, that feet will be honored along with the pouring rose water and sandal alangar, garlands on the feet. Feet will be taken inside to the sanctum. Main sanctum, Meenakshi sanctum's left side, Murti will be rest in the cabin. That is called as Palliyarai. Palliyarai, there will be a small ambal, Meenakshi in a small form. That feet will be rest nearby the Meenakshi in the right side. This signifies the creation of wealth, energy fusion of male and female, that will produce the issues, Creation is the main object to conduct this prayer.
The Chithirai festival is here. In the bylanes of the old city, artisan families have been forging metal into heavenly beings. For S. Krishnamurthy, this has been a family profession for generations.
இந்த தொழில் வந்து எங்களுடைய குலத்தொழில் இது பாரம்பரியம். இது நாங்கள் வந்து இப்போ என் வயசுக்கு 40 வருஷம் சர்வீஸில் இது இருக்கேன் நான். இது தொடர்ச்சியாக இப்போ என் பிள்ளைகள் அப்படியே பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்காங்க.
It takes great skill and months of labor. But it's worthwhile. The artworks have a special place in the festivities.
இந்த மீனாட்சி அம்மன் இந்த சித்திரை திருவிழாவுக்கு வந்து இந்த மீனாட்சி அம்மன் இந்த பவனி வர்றதுனால பூப்பல்லாக்கு வருது. பூப்பல்லாக்கு வரும்போது இந்த நம்ம செய்யக்கூடிய கந்தர்வர் இந்த தொழிலில் செஞ்சதுக்கு பிறகு நாங்கள் நல்லா இருக்கோம். நல்லா இருக்குது. இன்றைக்கி மீனாட்சி அம்மனுக்கு வந்து இந்த பூ கொட்டுறதை செய்கிறோம்னா எங்களுக்கு வந்து ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்படுறேன் நான்.
The near life-sized figures are modeled on Gandharvas, mythical minor deities.
மீனாட்சியினுடைய அம்மாவுக்கு பூ கொட்டதுனால நாங்கள் வடிவம் வடித்து செய்யும்போது தாயாருக்கே அந்த குழந்தை ரூபத்தில் இந்த கந்தர் வந்து எங்களுக்கே வந்து ஆகா குழந்தை ரூபத்தில் அமைஞ்சிருச்சுன்னு நாங்கள் பெருமைப்படுறோம்.
The Gandharvas will be part of the evening procession of Pattabhishekam, the crowning of goddess Meenakshi. With the mounting excitement, footfalls in the Meenakshi Amman Temple are likely to cross 10 lakhs on Thirukalyanam, the day of the big wedding. Security is paramount. Commissioner Davidson is personally supervising things.
This attracts lakhs of devotees coming from different parts of the country, and also some foreigners do visit during the season. We face a lot of challenges like chain snatching, attention diversion of taking away properties and all that. We start preparing 2 months in advance. This will require, what is the manpower required, other logistics as well. It's not only just manpower, like any mobile cameras you require, any CCTV cameras you require, bomb disposal squad, anti-sabotage check, everything has to be done. So keeping all that in mind, we roughly mobilize every year roughly about 3,000 police personnel only for this. That's basically to ensure that everything is safe and secure and devotees come here and worship peacefully and return.
Outside the temple walls, the atmosphere is festive. Every year, more than 200,000 tourists come to Madurai from all over the world. The temple is a major attraction, like for Chloe, a French student.
Before I came here, I started to read a little about Madurai, and Meenakshi Temple is the first thing I read about it. And I also admire how Indian people make this heritage alive. When I visited for the second time Meenakshi Temple, I was with my supervisor, and he explained me a lot about what the meanings around the architectures and all the stories about it. So when I was walking around the temple, one particular sculpture just retains my attention. It's a mythological creature sculpted in pillars, and it's called Yalis. It has a lion head, an elephant trunk, some bird's wings and horse's legs, and each part of the body means something. And I love that about the sculptures here. It's a way to say how we can improve the world. First, we have to think big as the elephant, but we also have to think fast as a lion and strong as a lion, and act fast as a horse.
Every sculpture, carving, and painting has meaning and symbolism. They are inspired by Hindu epics, mythology, local lore, even people, their life and times. The craftsmanship is incredible.
Right in front, you will find the toenails of the statue. You can feel it actually. And we feel that this could not have been achieved by normal human hands.
The golden lotus pond is another highlight. The sacred pool represents the 7 seas. There is much folklore around it. According to records, it was renovated in the 16th century during the Nayak reign. Madurai was a hub of the arts. Sangam, the earliest known Tamil literature, going back 2,000 years and more, originated here. Also set up in Madurai is a powerful tale of women's empowerment. It appears in the Tamil epic Silapadikaram, written in the 5th century. The story centers around Kannagi. Her husband is wrongly accused of stealing the queen's anklet and put to death. The enraged Kannagi cuts off her own breast and curses the city of Madurai, burning it down to ashes. In a repeating theme, Goddess Meenakshi is born from the flames with a 3rd breast. Both women seem to represent the same divine feminine power or Shakti, one that creates as well as destroys. Many in Madurai draw their daily inspiration from the goddess, like Gayatri.
She's more like my mother. Husband வந்து ஒர்க்குக்காக மலேசியா, he went to Malaysia. At that time அவங்களுக்கு அங்கே ஒரு some problem. ஸோ நான் அவங்க மீனாட்சி அம்மா கிட்ட வந்து ரொம்ப ப்ரே பண்ணிக்கிட்டேன், ப்ளீஸ் என்னோடய ஹஸ்பண்ட் வந்து நல்லபடியாக திரும்ப வந்துடணும் அப்படின்னு. அந்த டைமில் அதே மாதிரி அவர் வந்து அந்த திருவிழா முடிகிறதுக்குள்ளே அவர் ரிட்டன் வந்துட்டார் ஊர்லேருந்து. மீனாட்சி அம்மனை வந்து நான் ஒவ்வொரு தடவை கும்பிட ஆரம்பித்த பின்னாடியும் அவங்களுக்குள்ளே இருக்க ஒரு தைரியம் வந்து நமக்கு ஒரு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் ஆகும். அவங்கள மாதிரி நம்ம போல்டாக இருக்கணும், இண்டிபெண்ட்டாக இருக்கணும், ஒரு உமன் டாமினேட்டடாக இருக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஒரு ஃபீலிங் வந்து வர ஆரம்பிச்சது. அதுக்கப்புறம் எங்கேனாலும் நம்ம இண்டிவிஜுவலாக நம்மளால் சாதிக்க முடியும், நம்ம எல்லாமே பண்ண முடியும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு கான்ஃபிடென்ஸ் அதுக்கப்புறம் எனக்கு ரொம்ப ஜாஸ்தியாச்சு.
On any given Friday, the day of the Mother Goddess, as many as 25,000 people come to the Meenakshi Temple. But with just 2 days to go for the annual wedding celebrations, the numbers are soaring. Rangaswamy Shiva, artist and devotee, is here with his family. It's a day he has not missed in the last 2 decades. Day 8 of the Chithirai festival, Pattabhishekam, Meenakshi's coronation, the day when she will be crowned Queen of Madurai. The crown was a gift from Appaji Rayar, a minister in the court of King Krishna Deva Rayar of the Vijayanagar Empire in the 16th century.
Pattabhishekam means crowning the empireship, Meenakshi is going to where the monarch, she is going to rule the region of this place, Tomorrow she will go to the battlefield to defeat all the demons, each from each pole. Thereafter, who will meet the Shiva in the abode of Kailash. Thereafter, the Shiva will promise Meenakshi to come and get the marriage from the 8th day of battlefield.
It's a special day for little girls all over the city. Harini is going about her day like most 5-year-olds. But this evening, she will join the procession, dressed up as Goddess Meenakshi. It's a transformation she looks forward to.
மதுரையை பொறுத்த அளவுக்கு மீனாட்சிதே வந்து மதுரையாலும் அரசி. அதனால் அவளை வந்து நாங்கள் பாரம்பரியமாக கும்பிட்ற மாதிரி அவளை வந்து கும்பிட்டுக்கிட்டே வர்றோம். வருஷம் மீனாட்சி மந்திரம் நாங்கள் தினம் போய் பார்ப்போம். அதில் மேற்கொண்டு ரொம்ப ஆர்வம் வந்து வருஷம் அலங்காரம் போடுவோம்.
மீனாட்சி அலங்காரம் பார்க்குறத என் மக அலங்காரம் பண்ணி வர்றத மீனாட்சியே வர்ற மாதிரி ஒரு மனசு அமைதியாக இருக்கும். அவளை வேற அதனால் என் மகளை நாங்கள் அதை அந்த மாதிரி அலங்காரம் செஞ்சு மக்கள் எல்லாரும் பார்க்குற மாதிரி நம்ம வீட்டுக்கே அழைக்கிற மாதிரி மீனாட்சி வச்சு அலங்காரம் பண்ணுவோம்.
பாப்பா நீங்கள் சொல்லுங்கள், மீனாட்சி வேஷம் போட்டு போகிறது எப்படி இருக்கும்? ஜாலியாக இருக்கும்.
ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்.
ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும்.
A few bus stops away, Dawood and his grandson are heading to the Meenakshi Temple. They will set up shop at Pudu Mandapam outside the main entrance of the temple. Glitzy junk jewelry, colorful headgear, bells, idols, assorted items of worship. It's all right here. Dawood usually does brisk business this time of the year, stitching custom-made costumes for devotees joining festival processions.
நான் கிட்டத்தட்ட இங்கே புது மண்டபத்துக்கு வந்து நான் 47 வருஷம் ஆச்சு. 13 வயசுலேயே வந்துட்டேன். 3வது ஜெனரேஷன் எங்கள் தாத்தா எங்கள் அப்பா 3வது ஜெனரேஷன் இப்போ நான் பார்த்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். நல்லபடியாக இந்த மாதிரி சாமிகளுக்கு உண்டான பொருட்கள் நாங்கள் செஞ்சு கொடுத்துக்கிட்டு இருக்கிறோம். என் பேரன் இந்த பையன், இவர் பேர் வந்து அன்சர் இப்ராஹிம். இப்போ விடுமுறை இந்த ஸ்கூல் லீவுக்காண்டி வந்திருக்காரு. இப்போ நான் வந்து எங்கள் தாத்தாட்ட இருந்து எப்படி தொழில் படித்து நான் இதில் ஒரு ஆர்வம் காட்டுறேனோ அந்த மாதிரி என்னுடைய பேரனும் இந்த தொழிலில் ஒரு ஆர்வத்துக்கு வரணும். ஆனால் என்னை விட நல்ல பிரமாதமாக வர்றேன்.
23-year-old Gokul is also here with his friends. He is getting himself a pair of costume trousers for a dance performance at the Kalalagar festivities.
The reason behind this excitement for this festival is we will dance like anything. After hearing that song, we will be starting to dance. We don't practice for this. That beat from that drums will make us dance.
நாங்கள் இந்த வியாபாரம் முடித்து மதுரை மீனாட்சியை நாங்கள் கும்பிட்டு கொடுக்கும்போது எல்லா மக்களும் நல்லா இருக்கணும், எல்லாரும் ஒரு மன திருப்தியாக சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கணும்னு அதை மனசில் வச்சு வழிபாடு செஞ்சு ரொம்ப ஒரு சிறப்பான முறையில் நாங்கள் சாமியை கும்பிட்டு தான் கையில் கொடுப்போம் சார்.
It is the evening of the Pattabhishekam. The procession is set to depart for a nightly tour of the city. Ceremonial processions are the heart and soul of the Chithirai festival. As this one leaves the temple, Harini and her family make their way to the center of town. These processions are very popular with children. This evening, several boys and girls have dressed up as gods and characters from the age-old legend. On the chariot, besides the idol, sits a little girl in all her finery. She's playing goddess Meenakshi. Meanwhile, Harini also joins the procession with her parents. The copper figurines are ready. The artisans have done a fine job. They shower flowers on Meenakshi's chariot, as Gandharvas do from the heavens above. Day 10 of the Chithirai festival. Thirukalyanam is here. Today, Meenakshi, warrior queen and goddess, will be married to Lord Sundareshwarar. Excitement is peaking in Madurai. Thousands wait near the west gate of the Meenakshi Amman Temple. It is time for the morning procession. Accompanied by priests, musicians and devotees, the divine couple is being taken in a chariot to the wedding mandapam. Before the wedding rites, a pre-nuptial ceremony, Unjal Seva, takes place. The idols of Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar are rocked on a swing by priests. It signifies the ups and downs of married life. A special stage has been set up. The flowers and decorations cost over 25 lakh rupees. The audience of 15,000 is seated in the mandapam. Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar are represented by a clan of male priests. Elaborate rituals are performed with great pomp and ceremony. At the end, wedding vows and garlands exchanged by proxy. It's like a traditional South Indian wedding on a ginormous scale. Thirukalyanam has special significance for married couples. From all over South India, couples attend the auspicious event to renew their own wedding vows. Gayatri and her husband Chandra are also part of the crowd, waiting for the right moment. When the Mangal Sutra or Tirumangalyam, the sacred thread of marriage, is given by Sundareshwar to Meenakshi, mortals follow. The husband ties the Tirumangalyam around his wife's neck.
நாங்கள் மீனாட்சி அம்மன் திருக்கல்யாணத்துக்கு வந்திருக்கோம். இது திருக்கல்யாணம் முடிஞ்சிட்டது. அம்மனுக்கு எப்படி திருமாங்கல்யம் போட்டாங்களோ அதே மாதிரி நாங்களும் வந்து மஞ்சள் கயிறு இன்றைக்கி வந்து மாற்றிருக்கோம். எங்களோட வேண்டுதலுக்கு அப்புறம் நாங்கள் எவ்ரி இயர் வந்து ரெகுலராக வந்து இது பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். ஸோ அதனால எங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது.
After the evening prayers, the now married Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar ride in the royal palanquin. To the sound of trumpets and with much fanfare, the gods set out to be among their devotees on the Chithirai streets that run along the temple's outer walls. "20 kilometers north of Madurai, another procession has set off. The journey from Alagar Kovil to the Vaigai River will take Lord Vishnu's followers almost 2 days. It is the day after Thirukalyanam. The celebrations are far from over. Today, Meenakshi and Sundareshwarar make a public appearance as the divine king and queen of Madurai. Nothing less than a royal chariot will do. Time for Rathotsavam. There are 2 Raths. One carries processional idols of the divine couple, the second of Queen Meenakshi alone. The Ratha or chariot takes about a month to assemble using 20,000 feet of rope, 135 wooden pillars, and hundreds of bamboo sticks. Thousands of devotees pull the 300-meter-long rope. Muscle and faith keep the wheels turning. As the sun sets, the Kallalagar procession of Vishnu devotees is still making its way to the Vaigai river. At the site of Vishnu's palanquin, villagers along the route celebrate. The mood is joyous. Children step up to the drum beats. Dancing is Gokul's favorite part of the festival. And he's been participating since he was 13 years old.
I'm very excited to participate in this special event, Chithirai Thiruvizha. As my father used to participate, I used to. As my name says, Gokula Sudarshanan, I am in love with Krishna and Vishnu. Because Gokulam is a place where Krishna were brought up. And then Sudarshanam is a thing where Vishnu carries in his hand.
The headpiece is fascinating. A cone-shaped cap covered with silk, to which a 7-feet-high prop is attached. It has anywhere between 2 to 5 arches that signify the entrance to Lord Vishnu's temple and weighs nearly 15 kilos. Gokul and his friends shall be performing a form of Swami Atam, a folk dance, and will continue through the night.
Alagar Koil Thiruvizha is something very much special. People will go to his place and welcome him from there to Talahulam, and they will follow him towards Talahulam, and then they will follow the procession throughout the end of the festival.
The Vishnu procession starts from Alagar Kovil on the night of Thirukalyanam. It takes nearly 2 days and 400 stops to reach the Vaigai riverfront in Madurai. It's 3 a.m. Hundreds of security personnel are on the watch. The crowd swells with every passing minute. Thousands wait for their Lord. Finally, Lord Vishnu arrives at the waterfront on his golden horse. And so Madurai's divine wedding and Vishnu's arrival in the city coincide by design. Two different streams of faith converge.
Actually, there was a clash between the Saivite and Vaishnavite. What Thirukalyanam, who is a descendant of Krishna Devaraya, he want to compromise both the Saivites and the Vaishnavites. So he want to make them union. So he created a festival that is called Chaitra festival, where the Meenakshi's car festival is going on. There on the other side, Mahavishnu's Edir Sevai, which is going before Mahavishnu and invite him for this procession. So he united both Saivite and Vaishnavite.
The festivities of Kallalagar Kovil Chithirai Thiruvizha follow folklore about Vishnu assuming the form of the local Kallar community. Vishnu starts his journey in a palanquin. As the procession approaches Madurai, the idol of Vishnu mounts the Tanga Kudirai, or golden horse. The celestial wedding is over. Soon Madurai will return to the pressures of daily life. But the wheel of time keeps turning. And once more, the grand spectacle will play out anew, bringing together gods and mortals.